I wanted to talk on a person that writes on Facebook a lot, but I'm just running out of time. I'm going to save that for Candy Wrapper 5 so I can get into that a little detailed. Here's some stuff that he put online about me or on his Facebook page. His friends are my friends, also some of them. I get all this stuff. You know, enough name calling. I'll probably be calling you some names next time. See how you like it. If that's all you got to do, buddy, I'm going to meet you one of these days. But I'm going to tell you who it is next time. Let's keep that for a special deal. So anyway, I have stuck my neck out there and felt in my heart I needed to do this. There are a few people, especially one guy, that has his little entourage, his little Facebook therapy group, who feels he needs to cut down everybody. Now, I didn't know this guy from Adam. I know who he is. I know what he looks like. We will meet. But you know, before he was really bashing me, he was bashing Ron Christensen. He was bashing everybody else that he didn't think. You know, this cyber bashing that goes on and bullying and belittling, whatever, you know, it's got to stop. I'm old school. You know, in the days I grew up, you did that. You get your butt beat on the street, they take you in the alley, they take you behind the woodshed. This guy, he doesn't know what a woodshed is, but maybe I need to educate him. You know, again, I said, in my opinions, what I believed in. But this guy, he can't even take verbatim and transfer it. Maybe that's why I don't like the Willmar school systems, because he graduated from Willmar. But again, if you can't run for office without some guy bashing you all the time, and it's all the time, every time I talk, he bashes this set because I use this. I do it because Rudy asked me if I'd use it. It makes things go easier. Come in, get it done, we're out of here. You know, to start picking apart things, give me a break. But this guy said a while back, Ron Christensen is a fossil from the prehistoric age. Well, I'm going to lay this one on you. If Ron's a fossil, so am I. What does that make your mother? Think about it. She's our age. Now, I'm getting tired of you only seeing it one way all the time. Just be careful. Don't shake too much dust and too much scale off of these old white men, as you say, and I'll say fossils. This has got to stop. But he goes on Facebook. He's got his little Facebook page. He calls himself the Town Crier. He's a basement dweller, mama's boy, diaper dude, hasn't been weaned yet. I don't think he's ever had a real job in his life. You know, he said about another guy that ran this year for city council, I'm gonna run into him at my favorite watering hole someday, and I'm gonna set him straight. Well, that guy told me he went there one day. He looked up, and this guy was sitting there. Next time he looked up, this smart mouth guy was gone and never came back. Now, if you want to act so tough on Facebook all the time, you better have the guts and the courage to back up your mouth and your words. Don't be running away. But his mother has a business uptown. She supports him. I was just told again today, she got a grant from FDA, or USDA, excuse me. Plus she gets money from Willmar. You know, I don't really care what she does. My deal is it being spent correctly? He says, you taking a stab at my mom? No, I'm saying, hey, you started this. If she doesn't like it, she better tell you to back off. I'm not going to say his name like I was going to, because I'm not going to give him any seconds of fame here. And that's what he's waiting for. But this guy's got to grow up. Like I said, 44 years old, living in the basement. That's where he should be kept. Now this little group of his too, none of them can read. Every time I say something and they go listen to my program or read what I say at council meetings in the paper, there's a whole different interpretation. It's not even verbatim. I'm going to give you a little example here. I don't want to go on too long with this, but this is smoking me. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Here he said, this is the town crier. Little diaper boy here. I almost missed this one. Train Whistle Bob. Oh yeah, by the way, he's got all these names for me now. Thinks he's really funny. Train Whistle Bob thinks Jenny O should build a compound to teach these animals the American way. The article is archived, but here's what was said at the City Council public forum. Also, Bob Score spoke and said, among other things, that Jenny O should use the farmland to establish a compound where the company can teach its workers about American culture. Then he goes on to say, nothing like a fresh internment camp idea. We've never tried that before. Holy Jesus. Well, let me tell you, buddy, being you don't listen and you don't know how to read and your comprehension levels in the basement. Here's what I said. I said complex. I didn't say compound. What is it you don't get? Yeah, they both start with C. Different. Duh. Wake up, guy. So anyway, you know, this guy just doesn't get it. I said facility or complex. I didn't say compound. But see, he likes to throw, and he's got this little group that follows him and they egg him on. This one guy says, oh yeah, unleash onto me like only he can. This guy, I don't know, must be chicken to say something to me. I don't know what his problem is. They like to egg this guy on. Of course, that just goes to show they should have never closed the state hospitals. You know? And then, okay, well, again, he acts like he's so tough. He wants to confront everybody. Well, if you got a problem with me, hey, come over to my house. I'd be more than happy to accommodate you. Okay? I don't have a problem with your mom. I have a problem with you. And guess what? By you opening this up and you saying what you're saying, I'm going to be nosing in at all your mom's business. I'm going to find out that everything, make sure it's all on the level, because that's my money that she's getting from the city. It's my money from any grants. It comes out of my pocket. You started this. I'm going to end it. Think you're so tough? Hey. So people out there, citizens of Willmar, this is what you got to be confronted with. That's why I don't have Facebook, because it is nothing but a big therapy session for a lot of people. They can be somebody that they're not. You know? Hey, I didn't grow up in that kind of generation. Facebook is good for people that like to send pictures and stay on a straight and narrow and just use it for good things. This guy likes to provoke trouble. Another thing. Going to get back to this guy that ran for council. You know, he calls me Mr. 6% now, or the 6%er. I don't remember what it said there. My friends, some of my friends are his friends. They know who he is, so they give me all this stuff. I copy it off, you know. But this guy that ran for council, who's supposedly a big Christian, now he's starting to call me names. I've warned him once before, but he's starting to do it again. You know, I don't do that to you guys, but I'm going to start doing it now. I don't want to fall down to your basement level. But what's fair is fair here. And like I said, if you don't treat me fair, well, that's up to me. I'm not going to treat you fair. And then you say I was bullied in school and now I'm going to take it out on people. Where did you come up with that? I said, in the past, I haven't been treated fair, just like you're doing to me now, like you do to Ron, like you do to Bob Enos, like you do to a lot of people. But this other guy that ran for council had a business in town, failed. I heard that kind of went bankrupt, whatever, didn't pay a loan off. Hey, if you got skeletons in your closet, you better teach them how to dance if you're not going to let them out. They're going to get pretty bored. Now this kid, this 44-year-old little diaper dude, now he calls me Mr. Quotes also. He's got all kinds of names for me. I got a good quote, couple good quotes for you before I get off this subject. This guy who does this on Facebook all the time, and if any of you out there have a question on who it is, email me at candyrapper@charter.net. I'll give you his name so you can follow it, because you might be the next victim. Buddy, I'm not scared of you. Don't even start with that stuff, you know, about how tough you are. Give me a break. This guy, I saw where he was bashing Applebee's because his mommy is in on some business uptown here that's going to have a restaurant. Well, he's bashing every place now. I don't know if he's trying to solicit their new venue or what, but here's what he said about Applebee's. Go to Applebee's, all you get is microwave crap in a bag. And crap wasn't the word he used. And I'll tell you what, Mommy, you better pull this guy in. It's all going to come back down on you. Like I say, I'm going to be digging. I'm going to make sure you're on the up and up. You're getting money from the city. I want to know how it's being spent. It's my right. It's public. Your kid brought this out, not me. Another thing is, he said about the foxhole. He said I took a shot at the foxhole in a negative way. No, I didn't. I said, again, he can't comprehend what he reads or what he hears. Of course, I heard he's in alcoholic haze all the time anyway. Allegedly. There's my favorite word, but we'll use it on him. He said, once the foxhole's open, at least you'll be able to go uptown and be safe and not have to worry about getting shot like going out to the old roller rink. The old roller rink. You know, I don't remember anybody getting shot at the roller rink. Maybe there was problems when it was Double D and whatever. But I know the guy that's changed his ways and owns the bar out there now, Pep Sports Bar. Hey, if you're knocking Pep's, which he feels you are, you better be careful. Pep's a big boy. And he isn't going to handle this very well either. So again, people, this is how Willmar operates. We have a few out there. Okay, I have a program, I voice my opinion. This clown says, yeah, it's all negative. I don't like the spending. That's why I do this. I try to find some positive in Willmar. But this clown doesn't get it. I've lived here in this area all my life. 63 years now this old fossil's been here. How do you like that, punk? Yeah, I'm 63. You get to be this great a shape when you're in 63, you'll be lucky. You won't even be lucky to see 50 the way you're going. But anyway, half my time's used up on this clown already. But people, this is what you have to look forward to. And it isn't just, if you go out and run, you want to do something, you want to say something at a council meeting, this guy's going to bash you. Again, it's not right, shouldn't happen. And then we got this other guy that's ran for city council, he's a poor loser. I'm not a poor loser. Hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's like asking for a date. You don't know if you don't ask, you don't know if you don't go. I did it. Hey, I'm proud of what I did. I got my word out. By the way, there's a guy, old retired guy from the Tribune that voted for me. I shoveled his sidewalk for him. Senior, another old fossil that I help. You know, he said, Bob, he said, it's unfortunate it didn't work out, but he said, you know something? You got him right where you want him. I said, what do you mean? He said, now you can tell everybody in Willmar, I told you so. And it's starting to show right now, and I'm starting to tell you so. I wasn't wrong in what I said, and I was the only one that said during his campaign what he would plan on doing. Didn't brag about myself like the other two did. Hey, I have nothing against Zach. He was at least civil, fairly nice guy for what I know about him. I've heard some stuff about him. Well, so what? He didn't do anything to me. Calvin, that's a different story. But before I go, being I'm Mr. Quotes, I got a couple here. This guy, this 44-year-old basement dweller, mama's boy, he is simply a shiver looking for a spine to run up. Paul Keating. But here's the best one. Mae West. You talk about old fossils. Hey, here's a real old fossil. His mother should have thrown him away and kept the stork. Mae West. Perfect for you. Not the people, just this clown. Okay, enough. So, again, there's a lot of people out there with skeletons in their closet on city council. Especially one that speaks up a lot, creates a lot of problems lately. I don't think that they would like anything to come out, and I know about them. You people that always seem to forget your past, that it's okay to say something now, you better be careful so this stuff doesn't come out. City officials, boom. Unbelievable. You guys, that's the way you want it? I like to play fair. I do voice my opinion. I try not to harm anybody. If they don't like it, call me. If you don't like it, email me. When you start writing stuff on there and hurting a lot of people and knocking businesses, I like Applebee's. I don't go to your watering hole very often. I like it there. And I'm not going to give them a plug. And I don't have anything against the Foxhole Brew Pub. I hope they can get going. But the way things are going and the way things are money being spent, it seems like it's not working and you don't hear nothing about it. I hope Liv and her husband can get that thing rocking and rolling and that they don't get ripped too hard on a lease and hey. So don't say I'm against everything in Willmar. Let's pull up the whiteboard a little bit here. That is a good thing happening in Willmar, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Oh, I want to get back to this little basement dweller before I go because what I just said here, people need to be held accountable. I hear that he sends the city of Willmar a bill for some, oh, I did this for whatever, under a different name, his own little business name, and the city pays it. I want to know what's he doing here. He's supposed to be working for his mother. That should be coming from his mother, not from him. So what I say is even your friends out there, basement dweller, that your little therapy group, maybe you need to take a look at this and do the same that he's doing. You guys are working hard for your money. He's not. And then he sends a bill to the city. I say everybody out there, I don't care who you are, if you're short on cash, just go down the park, pick up a candy wrapper, whatever, and submit a bill to Willmar and tell them you beautified the park and you'd like reimbursement. Because I feel that's what this guy's doing. No questions asked. Anybody else? You bet. Not him because his mom's in on the gravy train. This has got to stop. People need to be held accountable, and who is letting this by at the city? I don't know. Anyway, well, didn't get a whole lot accomplished, but I needed to get that out, people. You needed to know how things are working out here. So, I appreciate it. Hopefully Candy Wrapper 6, I don't have to talk about this basement dweller little diaper dude anymore, but we'll be following him and seeing what's going on. I'll be checking on his mom's business just to make sure everything's on the up and up, being he started this whole deal. So, hope your week goes good. And hey, Candy Wrapper 6, we'll get back on track and hopefully things will be a little bit better. See if I can find some good things that are happening in Willmar. Thanks for your time. See ya. You know, come on, give me a break. Candy Wrapper 5 was based on a little bit of karma. Just to educate you on what happens if you run for office, if you speak your piece, the retaliation that's out there against you. Now, if people don't like what I said in Candy Wrapper 5, I guess that's too bad. Because It's unnecessary. I had to bring it out. It's done with. But again, this program is based on my opinion only, not for anybody. You say the glass is half full, I say it's half empty. Same thing, different opinion, okay? Trust me. I do my research. And if you say I speak half-truths or I lie, again, all these white papers, this stack, 90% of them come from the Tribune. It's what they write. I speak verbatim on this. I do not change it like other people do in this town. The best thing for you to do, you negative ones out there that don't like this program, it is my First Amendment right. Get over it. You have the right to come in here and do what you want. You come in and do the other side of what I say. That's fine. But this gives me time to speak my piece and bring up some other issues, other side of issues that don't get talked about. You know, this town is always one way and one way only. The people that speak up aren't supposed to be able to speak up. I've heard it from the mayor. I've heard it at council. I've heard it many times. People, it isn't a matter of say I'm bashing the mayor. I'm saying what I have been told in the past. This is a truth. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Give me a break again. Come on, my opinion. If you don't like this program, learn how to press the button on your remote and shut it off. Let's not get so feisty out there because I see the other side of things a little bit different maybe than you do, but I've been in this area for 63 years. I have the right to speak. I have the knowledge. I have the education. I've seen it. And no matter what I say on this program, no matter how bad you think it is, how negative, I will never bring anything as negative as that businessman that molested those 3 kids. I will never bring that bad stuff to Willmar. You say what you want, but don't you forget what's going on around this town. Okay, my program, get over it. I also want to say this has been the most requested show that Rack 8's ever had, like it or not. For good, for worse. People want to see it. It's out there. The other thing is, I've had over 20 comments. One constructive one, all the rest are positives. Now, all you negative ones, you send your emails over here. And you bug these guys about it. Again, this is public access. We have the right to do this. If you can't figure that out, well, our education system isn't very good. Well, speaking of that just brings me into, on one of my programs I was wondering, but all you people, hey, I don't know, you know, if you voted for Marv, fine, and you don't like to hear this because you want everything to be on the up and up and you can't handle the truth, well, again, too bad. This is my program, my opinion. Now, I'm not directing this towards a small, I'm just stating a fact of what he told me, okay? You guys take it, and that's a problem out there in the Willmar area, whatever, especially here. People take everything out of context. They like to put their twist on it and make everybody look bad. And we're shunned if we speak up in public. Come on, get over it. But I get beat up because I say something on public TV. That's not fair. Give me a break. Again, give me a break. Here it is. If you aren't happy if you aren't happy here, then leave. We didn't force you to come here. We asked you to be here. So accept the country that accepted you. That says it all. But that right there says more. Exactly what she said. The flag doesn't give people right to create a lot of problems. It gives you freedom of speech. That's why I use it. What brought a tear to my eye reading that, because that's the way I feel. I'm very patriotic. And don't anybody ever question that. That's why I have this program, because I care. I don't like seeing what's happening in Willmar or any place else. Come on, people. But again, this program, if you're out there and you like what I say, get a hold of Rudy, tell him. There's a lot of people that are, not a lot, but there's been a few negative people out there that are, they won't say it to me, but they say it here. Again, I have the right. Again, I'm running out of time here.